happy Monday, everyone. Hope you had a spectacular weekend. What a beautiful weekend weather-wise. We had great rain last week, and then this last weekend was beautiful. I got some new glasses, too. I got some new blue ones. Yeah, not bad. Not bad for a fathead. Hey, just want to, as we enter into a new week, just do a little review of what we talked about yesterday. We had a great service. It was so fun to meet new people, and we just had a great time as we started a new series, Encounters with Jesus. And we really talked about the gift of attention. If you missed the message or the service, you can go back online and watch it. But it's something that I really want to encourage us and challenge us to live out this gift of attention. And I won't go through the whole message, but there's some powerful stories and anecdotes in the stories. And we looked at Jesus seeing a blind man when the disciples just saw him as a theological debate, and the Pharisees just were not happy that Jesus healed him on the Sabbath. And the neighborhood people, once the blind man got healed, didn't even recognize him. Jesus was the one that paid attention. So we talked about the gift of paying attention. And so we talked about at the end, and this is the thing, I want to remind you, those of you that watched it, and for those that didn't, just 3 things to practice this week. And it's in this order. First of all, pay attention to God. And what I mean by that is carve out time. There's a lot of noises, and there's a lot of voices in our world. Carve time to start out each morning and throughout the day paying attention to God, to his whispers of love, his whispers of wisdom, his whisper of priorities, his whispers of guidance. And so start there, because God is for us. And when we're in that zone of paying attention to God in that relationship, everything else works a lot better. The second thing to pay attention to this week is pay attention to yourself. And again, in this order, pay attention to God, pay attention to yourself, meaning take care of yourself. You know, we're humans. And as that gentleman said, you know, when I asked the man, do you need any help? And he said, don't we all? We're all fallible. We all get tired and weary. Take care of yourself. Get enough sleep. Spend time in relationships that refuel you. Take care of yourself. As Maya Angelou said, as we get older, we realize one hand is for helping ourselves and the other hand is for helping others. The third thing to pay attention to, in this order, pay attention to God, pay attention to yourself. And then when you do, then we are to pay attention to people around us, especially people who are invisible in our culture, people who've been judged, following the example of Jesus of seeing people that no one else really wanted to see. And our prayer yesterday at church was that God would put one person in front of us this week that we could pay attention to. Maybe it's in our neighborhood, at our workplace. Maybe it's while we're shopping, wherever. Pay attention to them when no one else is. And that's called the work of God. That's called what we get to do of working with God and being a part of our mission with God. But it starts with paying attention to God, his love, his grace, his strength, his wisdom. Paying attention to ourselves, take care of ourselves, and then to pay attention to those that are ignored by our world. That's really God's hope and journey for you and I. So have a great week. If you need prayer, we have the most amazing prayer team, and you can just write your prayer out at info@live58.church. Email us that. I hope you come join us this next Sunday as we continue our series, Encounters with Jesus. We learn so much together, and again, a lot of joy when we gather, and encouragement. And again, one other thing, I want to thank all those who volunteered last Friday at the Orangeville Food Bank, where we were able to serve 49 families from all different walks of life. But one family has only been here in the States for 2 weeks. A mom and her little baby escaped the war in Ukraine. And they made it here, and they're staying with relatives, and they were able to register so she could get food. And it was very humbling, but such a blessing to be able to help someone who, is been kicked out of their own country or had to escape. It really put everything into perspective, but it was also such a privilege. So thank you, all the volunteers. We volunteer the fourth Friday of every month at the Orangeville Food Bank. We actually run the food bank on that day, and it's just a blessing. So again, have a great week, and again, I hope to see you Sunday, and God bless.